Hello, my name is Cameron. Welcome to my video on B-roll and archive footage. Basically, archive footage and B-roll are used a lot in documentaries and obviously especially in films. Archive footage is footage that has already been shot, maybe not necessarily for the documentary, but it's been put in an archive to be used later on. So then the people who make the documentary might require a certain footage which was made some time ago, so they go back into the archives, get that footage, and therefore you have your archive footage. It's also a very useful thing to use because sometimes some things can only be filmed once and then they might not happen again for maybe another few hundred or thousand years, or they might not happen again at all. For example, if you're doing a documentary about something to do with space, or maybe something that happens only every few years on Earth, you never know. And maybe someone's taken that video and then obviously they've put it in an archive because it can be used later on if need be. So that's when obviously that's obviously why it's called archive footage. B-roll, on the other hand, is cinematic footage, which is often used to fill in the gaps or maybe set the scene of what the topic of the documentary is going to be about. For example, in a David Attenborough documentary, I mention David Attenborough a lot because his documentaries are the ones I usually watch the most. Before he maybe tells you where exactly he is in the documentary or where it's set, there is usually a cinematic B-roll of the landscape. So for example, it could go for maybe an overhead shot of maybe Antarctica, then it would go down, show more of the landscape from the ground point of view, and then it might suddenly move up to reveal a penguin. There you go, you've got your topic, penguins. So B-roll is an essential part of filmmaking as it tells the story, as it visually tells the story to the audience, and if done correctly, following the cinematic rules, such as rule of thirds, and so on, you can make it look so much better. So yeah, that is my vlog on B-roll and archive footage. Thank you very much for watching, and adios.